Hey, what up, y'all? It's Marlon Whitfield, and you're tuned into the ITV Network. Tonight, I have some special guests with me, Chalana and Lathon Ferguson, and they're talking about Black Love Matter, an event that they have this Sunday in Westport. Tell me a little bit about first, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So tell me about this event you have going on. It's an amazing event. I need to know more.
This is our second annual Black Love Matters brunch. This is powered by Marriage Masterminds, which is an organization that we have that promotes Black love and Black family.
Awesome.
And it will be on Sunday, February 25th from 12 to 5 p.m. at the Sheraton Westport Chalet Hotel.
Okay, I love it. So why'd you guys create this event?
We created it because we had that moment of we couldn't get out. So we were locked down, we were in the pandemic.
Yeah.
We celebrated our 20th anniversary.
Nice.
And we did a small retreat during that period. And from there, we knew that we had to grow and do something bigger for the masses.
Yeah.
And so we created this brunch when we got to the point where we felt it was safe enough to bring everybody out and bring people together.
So you said y'all celebrated 20 years. Let me ask you this later to see, because I got to test you. So how long have y'all been together?
27 years.
Okay. And married?
Married 23.
Now listen, okay, you got a well trained. You know what he's talking about. And so why is this event so important, especially for St. Louis?
We have awesome people in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And being together as long as we've been together, we grew up together. We were very young in the beginning. And we had some really good models of people in the St. Louis community.
Mm-hmm.
You always hear the negative about Black family, Black communities. And we were fortunate to be able to look at people that were doing well professionally, personally. We saw them as married couples, as parents, professionals, and then the way they give back to the St. Louis community.
Okay.
And so with this brunch, we've chosen every year to honor a segment of couples that we've been able to observe, to introduce them to the community at large so people can see who they are, not only as what they do, how they make their money, but how they are as family and what they contribute to.
I love it. Now, Lathon, as a man, what do you think are some important components to make a marriage work? Especially being in a marriage this long.
So you always hear happy wife, happy life. Right?
Yeah.
Now it's happy spouse, happy house. For me, it is, it's important to understand what it means to lead, right? And that isn't always financially. Sometimes it's financially, sometimes it's spiritually. Well, it's always spiritually, but then it's always looking at as a protector, provider, and a caretaker. You know, you got to take all those things into consideration when you're thinking about the family, right? Because for me, my first job, my first line of defense is to make sure my wife, and we have 2 daughters, right? And they're adults now, but it's to make sure that they're good and they also understand what the example of a true man looks like, and to be that leader for them.
So do you think that changes with time? Like back in the day, like a man ran certain things or had a certain role that each person had, so that make it a happy relationship?
So I'm gonna answer
You take another deep breath?
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Right? She makes a joke. I do believe in roles. There are certain roles, certain things that I need to do as the man. There are certain roles that she should do as the woman, as the woman of the house, right? But everybody is different, right? Some people, I got friends who the wife doesn't cook at all, and the man is the chef, right? Because so it just depends on what works for that relationship. I think the more important thing is not about the roles, but it's more about clearly communicating who's going to take on what role and then defining those roles.
No, absolutely. It's interesting because I think as you get older, like you change. Like, so when you talk about communication, at 20, I know 20-year-old me wouldn't hang out with 30-year-old me because we do different things. So the relationship, as you're growing and becoming these different people, they're not the same person that you married when you first got started. So how do you kind of keep that together as you get older?
We've grown together, and he articulated that well. It's a little questionable some of what he said, but there were some things that when we started was a strong no for me. I came from a female-led single household, and I went into the roles. His parents were married, so he saw something different.
Wow.
That wasn't me, but there was the evolution of what do we have to do to make this work? I was very independent. I didn't understand how to let him lead because I didn't need that. But there was that point where we had to decide if we were going to make this work and coexist, we probably needed to do some shifting in mindset and determine what worked for us as a couple. We couldn't be his parents or other couples. We had to figure out our own recipe.
So the event that you have going on, do couples learn some of that stuff? And what do they walk away with when they go to an event, something like this?
So what I'll say is that before we do that, it's not just for couples. That's the thing. A lot of people see this and hear this, and they think, I gotta be married, or I gotta have a boo, I gotta be coupled up. No, it's for everyone. Married people, couples, singles, it doesn't matter, because at the core of what the tenet of Black love is founded on, it comes from Black Love Day, which was established in 1993. Okay. And the tenet is love for the Creator, love for self, love for the community, and love for Black people, right? And so as long as you believe in one or all of those tenets, then this room is for you. Wow. Right? Okay. But to answer your question, they will learn coming away from what are some positive examples of what does longevity look like for those people that have been married 20 years, 30 years plus, and, learn their stories, because when you look up under the hood, it's not all glitz and glamour, you know what I'm saying, like people think. So that's what the work is.
And again, I want to tell everybody, make sure go to the Eventbrite and get your tickets for this event, Black Lives Matter. Make sure you keep it locked right here on the ITV network. I appreciate you guys.